Season of giving, and here to help you with a charitable giving plan, our friend Chase Wilsey, VP of Wilsey Asset Management. 'Tis the season to donate and give if you can.
Yes, absolutely.
How do we do that? How can you donate money that you have, if you're plentiful in it and you have it, and still protect your investments?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing I look at here, a lot of people don't realize, is you can actually donate investments. So you can donate like stocks, you can donate mutual funds. You might be saying, well, what is the point of that? Why would I want to do that?
Right.
And the big reason is for tax benefits. So let's just say right now, if you donate $10,000, well, a few years ago, before the tax changes, you used to be able to write that off. Now, less people itemize on their tax returns. They take what's known as a standard deduction. So you don't get to write off charitable giving. But if you donate stock, you now get to have a benefit from essentially wiping out capital gains tax. Now, let me explain what that means. If you bought, let's say, Apple stock, a lot of people bought that, 10 years ago, 2014, you could have bought it around $25 a share. Today, Apple's around $250 a share. So that's a $225 capital gain on that particular stock.
Got it.
If you were to donate $10,000 worth of your Apple stock, well, what that then means is you have about a $9,200 capital gain that is completely forgiven. If you were to sell Apple stock and not donate it, if you're in the highest tax bracket here in California, it's 13.3%, federally about 20%, you'd pay over $3,000 in taxes on that.
But then the person that you're donating it to, what are they going to do with that?
Well, since you donate it to the charity, there's different laws for them. They essentially can sell it, no taxes, and then they can use it for their charitable needs. So I mean, that's why it's what I call a win-win. Is you get a big benefit, and then the charity gets more money, and then potentially you can even give more money because you don't have to pay taxes on it.
I had no idea. Are all donations that one gives tax deductible?
So as I said, it used to be the case where if you itemized, and a lot more people itemized before the changes in doubling of the standard deduction, but now the standard deduction is so high, I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. It just means that less people now can actually deduct those donations.
What about a retirement account? Can you donate from there?
Yeah, and this is actually, again, another great tax strategy, because a lot of times I see people and they have, many times this is retirement age, so you start taking what's known as required minimum distribution. Right now that's at age 73. What happens is you have to take money out of that IRA when you hit that age, but now that's taxable to you. Well, if you're donating to charity outside of that, you're not itemizing, you're now not getting any tax benefit. But if you go directly from your IRA to the charity, there's no tax consequence. So this again is another way to have a win-win, because you're avoiding taxes, and then the charity may be able to get more money since you don't have to pay the government more tax money.
If you're kind of sitting with your papers right now and you're thinking, I want to donate, what are some basic things to consider when you're deciding how much, who, what, when, where, how?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing you got to look at the end of the year is, your budget, essentially. I mean, what is your discretionary amount to give? Because I want to say this lightly, but you don't want to give too much, because you can't put yourself in a bad financial situation. I've seen people, unfortunately, where they give, they're very charitable, and then unfortunately they become a charity case down the road because they've given away too much to their church or whatever it may be. It is very good to give, but you also want to be financially responsible at the same time.
And let's say you are one of those people, you don't have a lot to give, but you still want to do something, then what?
Well, I mean, that's the great thing too. You can't undervalue your time. I mean, you talk to a lot of charities, there is so much that needs to be done, and there's so much that you can help with. If you don't have the financial means to give, don't feel bad about it. You can still put in your time, and that is so valuable.
So valuable. All good advice. Happy holidays, Chase. Always good to see you.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you. Chrissy, we'll get over to you.
The Fox 5